I said, hey yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Mojados, and we're back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we'll be jumping into the market update as we usually do, week over week. This one's a little late, and that's okay, because as always, we're gonna be jumping through what's going on. The market is going absolutely crazy, guys. Just a quick update: this video is not financial advice. Anything and everything in this video is just for entertainment purposes. Usually I give a disclaimer. Sometimes I don't give a shit, but today, why not, right? Right now, of course, BTC is dumping. If you guys have been watching my BTC analysis and even last week's video, green has always been for buying, right? So if you guys have actually been watching, then you're welcome, because again, we have landed on green, and we're most likely going to start seeing some sort of consolidation at this level, or we may break down to 52K, right? Now, sounds crazy to say, but this is crypto, so don't expect to be surprised. Expect the unexpected, because again, anything can happen. It could be it's a flash wick, so maybe you want to put in some stink bids. You just don't know what's going to happen. All in all, we'd like to see BTC continue chopping here at this level, and I do think that makes a lot of sense here, because again, this level is very, very strong. We saw it was a wick previously back here on the 18th of March, where we pretty much had a nice rejection and bounce right off, or I should say support actually. A nice support wick that pretty much pushed price action right back up, claiming this level to be a support. Now we're kind of just chopping in between this level, so we'll actually see how that plays out. And when we look at total, guys, we're still struggling at this level here, and I still do believe it's possible that we come back down to this green box down here at this 1 week demand zone. So we'll see what happens. RSI does look very good. We're still floating above the 8 EMA, which is a very good job on the weekly time frame for pretty much acting as a support. And we've seen that throughout previous bull markets. Again, anytime price is pretty much above this, that's a very good sign. Bull market full on like buybacks anytime this gets on this level. And again, you can see this all throughout 2020, 2021, and then leading into the end or mid 2021, where pretty much it breaks through, and then again gives you your warning sign that the bull market is essentially ending. And guys, if you really think about it, this is like pretty insane that we may be entering our super cycle. We definitely look like we want to go much higher here. I don't know how high we're going to go, but 5 trillion is my first target. We see an inflow and volume here, and we're still hovering above this 8 EMA. So as long as these two things keep pretty much pushing to the upside, there's no reason to be bearish. I just think that this is just insane. And again, guys, I am fully invested in the gaming and AI narrative. I don't really hold that many coins from the previous cycle. Anything that I've pretty much held has been converted into gaming coins or AI coins. And I still do have a few coins, but after I get a couple multiples, or I land like a 4 or 5x on certain coins, I just get out of them, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're compounding your altcoins, then that's all it's really about. And I'll just give you a couple examples here, guys. When we look at coins like API3, this is something that I was buying at around $1.50 for a while. It went all the way up to $4 and even close to $5, right? So that's like a 3x. And that gives you pretty much room for like what, a 3x? That's a spread of a 400% gain. And so what that basically means is you have an opportunity to just multiply in between that, whether you catch the full move or you don't catch the full move. And again, another example is like FET, something I shared back here at 20 cents. And you saw it run all the way up to $3.50. Now I didn't catch the absolute top. I sold around $3 for a 15x. And I still held 50% of my FET because I still believe it's going to go higher. But it's about rotating, in my opinion, catching the next opportunity and compounding your money, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not stuck on one single coin. I do believe that there's a lot of opportunity across the board, and that's pretty much the name of the game, guys. And right now, if you guys are not aware, one thing that I'm very, very bullish on, guys, is Crown. I'm not going to get into the details. Crown is a game that has a lot of people playing. They have a massive NFT economy. So, it's a horse racing game. There's technically gambling involved, which I'm not a fan of. But the thing is that this game is multifaceted on the level that, yes, you can gamble. But at the same time, there's an NFT economy. And people are literally getting rich off of, pretty much their horses, right? And that right there is a very interesting game, because there's just so much things you can do. And people are really making a lot of money in this game. You're seeing deposits increase, user activity increase, races, pretty much increasing. Like a lot of people are engaging with this, and it's only worth 200 million, I think, at the moment. So it is very interesting to see that grow. And I just want to pull up the market cap here just so I can share with you. Yeah, 208 million market cap is an absolute steal, in my opinion. I think this is potentially could reach up to 5 billion if we do get a full-on super cycle. So we'll see what happens. I'm not really stuck on any numbers, but my initial entry is around 50 cents. So again, I'm happy with anything at this point, right? I would love to see this go absolutely much higher, and I do think it's very, very possible because, again, of everything I just mentioned earlier. So we'll see what happens. Again, BTC as well, just hovering here. This would be very nice for a prolonged consolidation because alts would rip. I'm still holding XRP. I still do believe this is the only Dino coin in my portfolio at this point. That it's just gonna keep chopping, right? And when we look at XRP BTC, guys, this is a very interesting chart. If we look here on the daily, this is forming a wedge. So I don't know which one to make of this, but the XRP BTC chart is pretty much coiling. The XRP ETH chart, if you look at it on the weekly, is very bullish for ETH or for XRP to outperform Ethereum. So pretty much everything points to XRP pretty much moving to the upside. This chart is very interesting as well because, again, we've just been consolidating for so goddamn long. Eventually, this breakout is going to happen. It's either going to break out to the upside and there's going to be a multi-year run that pretty much melts faces, or this breaks down and XRP just completely fails on its face. But there's not really any selling pressure like that, except outside of XRP coming out of Ripple's wallets and pretty much just hitting the market, which has been very well known. And this is actually a very common thing. A lot of people make fun of Ripple because they sell XRP. Meanwhile, they do it transparently. ETH Foundation has been dumping Ethereum, forming every single top of every cycle, giving 500,000 Ethereum to Mike Novogratz for $1 each. And no one really knows these things except it's just used to just, of course, bash and badmouth certain projects. But again, XRP has been a top 10 coin for literally 10 years. And that right there is proof that XRP deserves to be in this in the top 10, right? Because it has never fallen out of the top 10. And the fact that it's just sitting here and we're just waiting for some sort of breakout is kind of crazy to me, because a lot of people are sleeping on this chart, and I just cannot wait to get some sort of answer on this chart. But I do believe this is extremely bullish. RSI just looks very, very interesting. Again, this is a lot of consolidation. There's not really clear cut price action on what exactly is going to unfold. But the fact that it's above green, the fact that XRP BTC is pretty bullish and ETH is very bullish, I just believe that we're pretty much on the cusp of some sort of breakout, right? Whether, again, it's the upside or downside, I believe it's to the upside because we also saw Swift put out a report on March 25th, pretty much talking about how they're going to be using R3 for settlement and or Ripple's ODL system, which pretty much talks about XRP, and XRP's volume increasing on that level with Swift is going to bring in mass adoption and mass demand for XRP. And then again, XRP has a burning mechanism, which means that it's going to be burning a lot of XRP every single moment, because again, every single transaction, a certain portion of XRP is burned. So not to make this too long, but again, I'm still holding this coin. There's a lot of catalysts going for it. It's not the most sexy narrative. Again, right now I am focusing on a lot of AI coins, and one AI coin that I tweeted about, which was DAI, it is very, very bullish. Right now we saw a massive breakout. I got in around 60 cents, so sitting on approximately a 2x. Another one that I am very bullish on is OXO, which I got in around 10 cents. It's currently trading at 40. We're seeing some sort of consolidation here, so we'll see how high this breaks up. And then obviously I got GPU, which I also tweeted about a while back. I was going to sell at 240, but I didn't. I do believe that this may correct even lower to maybe even 160. I don't know exactly where this falls to, but this chart is just very bullish. We're seeing a lot of influencers talk about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this flies all the way to $5, but I may be taking profits somewhere between the $3 and $4 range, because at that point, you're talking about a 500 million market cap, and there's not really many AI coins at that level. But I will be laddering and watching out for this one as well. So pretty much that's my AI portfolio and gaming portfolio. It's just Crown, GPU, OXO, FET, and D8 AI, right? So those are the only 4 coins I'm watching. Again, I have a massive watch list here for many on-chain coins, which I'll just share with you guys. Desync is another one that has been doing very well, absolutely obliterating to the upside, killing the bears. And then Hash AI was one that came out today, absolutely going crazy. Is it gonna 2x in one day? That's just absolutely insane. Up 62% in about maybe an hour or two. So these AI coins are very volatile. So you definitely got to put on your big boy pants if you decide to trade these and have a strategy. But again, it's just important to watch this stuff because right now the market is chopping. There's not that much capital in these markets at this moment because of BTC chopping. But when we look at Ethereum as well, this is still going sideways here. It hasn't broken the support, so this may be a deviation. Maybe we do break down. We'll have to see how this plays out. But another thing that's interesting is that the last cycle, what we saw was ETH BTC topped out right here, and that was actually the top of the market, May 21st, or May of 2021, around May 10th, it looks like. We actually topped the whole market. So, and then pretty much the market just broke down, and we saw some chop, and then again, new highs were formed, and then that was pretty much it. And then, it just chops forever. And right now we're seeing a low. So this is actually a very good sign that this is continuing to fall and not reclaiming, because this gives us more time to allow alts to breathe and allow alts to continue running to the upside. Because again, the moment this tops, that's actually not the best thing we want to see for ETH BTC, because that usually means that the market is pretty much fried. So watch out for that. ETH BTC is going to be very important, but I am bullish on Ethereum. I think it can go absolutely much higher. It's just a matter of reclaiming these 3,500 level, and then consolidating and then getting, of course, much, much higher. We'll see what happens. The ETFs have pretty much been submitted. BlackRock is undefeated. So again, we're going to definitely see Ethereum crossing all-time highs sometime soon. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of black swan against Ethereum. But who knows? Then the other thing I want to share here, just a last chart that you guys might want to take a look at, is this alt season box that I have drawn, right? So back over here, what we saw was pretty much people rotating out of stable coins and then chopping at this level. And of course, alt season lasted about 6 months. Now that might sound crazy, but technically speaking, alt season was like maybe 3 months. But in reality, the money is just cycling from altcoin to altcoin. And in this box, pretty much this is like, where altcoins had their biggest gains, because as this was chopping, what we saw was pretty much the whole entire market just running to the upside. And we'll just highlight right here, January. This was actually January right here. January to like May, this whole run up to the upside, like for total, was absolutely bonkers. All of the altcoins that we were watching across the market were getting, lots of inflows. You saw lots of headlines. You saw pretty much Elon Musk coming in, buying Bitcoin, Diamond Hands, Laser Eyes, everybody buying Bitcoin. It was just like a frenzy of events that just continue to pile on top of each other. So, pretty much this is very interesting right now, because I do believe we're in some sort of phase like this where we might chop at this level between 5% and 7% or 6.5%. And if we do, I'm going to be continuing to monitor this, because, we may just get blindsided, right? But again, if this makes a new low, that's obviously very bullish. But at the same time, I'm watching this like a hawk, because I believe the market is gonna chop at some level here for stable. So we'll see what happens, right? I mean, this is just, again, a very important thing to watch out for. Dominance is also, breaking out, which is very, very interesting, because we haven't had the rundown that we expected yet. But I'm actually gonna bring this over to this side and show you guys why I think it's possible we see BTC continue to dominate the market just for a little bit longer right here. And this may lead up to one more high, because again, if we look here on the monthly, it looks like we're at a resistance, right? But again, at the same time, like this is not going to play out the way most of us expect, but it does look like we're going to break down. And when we start this breakdown, that's pretty much going to be your sign that like this alt season that we're expecting inside of this box is pretty much commencing. So this is why I like to look at these stuff on a macro level, focus on these things, because a lot of people are not looking at this stuff. A lot of people are focusing on the fucking 1 hour, the 2 hour. This is the biggest thing that you need to watch out for: dominance, total, and of course the stablecoin dominance. Because what people are doing with their stables, rotating in and out of them, is a dead giveaway of what's happening in the market, and it gives you an idea of what we can expect. And so for now, my thesis remains that we're gonna see lots of altcoins pretty much run to the upside. There's no reason to be, basically you should be buying pullbacks, right? Anything you're super bullish on, you should be buying pullbacks, and pretty much don't enter 100% at a time, right? Leave yourself some space to, ladder in. Leave yourself some space to buy if it goes lower, because again, there will be new projects. You don't need to FOMO, but at the same time, it is going to be fun to see how this resolves. But at the same time, guys, the ETF for ETH is coming up in May. The halving is coming up this month. So there's a lot of narratives in place already for the market to do stupid things. So just stay patient, buckle up, and we're going to pretty much see, everything go crazy. But I'm going to actually share DXY, which actually made a new high recently. I don't want to see this cross the high over here, which it actually did. We should break down if we want the party to continue, but it's possible we may continue going higher. And I think there's like two more things. Gold actually made a new high, which is just absolutely insane. I cannot believe this. This is just absolutely bonkers. It's probably going to go to like 3K, which is just phenomenal. And then we also saw, what was their stock market? Where are you? Yeah, the stock market is pretty much running to the upside. SPX would like to monitor. It's just insane, right? Like all the markets are pretty much going up. So I just continue to believe that AI tokens, gaming tokens, all this stuff are going to continue to push to the upside. And there's just no reason why it should be bearish. And again, you should be exposed to this market. Something I've been talking about on Twitter for pretty much a very long time and sharing many different setups. Jito pretty much before it broke out March 31st, and it jumps up like 50% a couple days later. So, if you're not following me on Twitter, you definitely want to be, following. But again, there's just so many setups, so much opportunity in the space. And the main thing, guys, if you want to take anything from this video, is just AI and gaming, okay? There's going to be so much money flowing into the market, so much money flowing into AI and gaming tokens. And a lot of the old narratives pretty much are going to get, played again. But it has to have like a big news event or something crazy to really allow other alts or older alts to just have their light or the day in the light. So, I mean, do that with what you will. But at the same time, guys, none of this, again, is financial advice. And if you guys are looking to ask any questions, engage, feel free to comment below. And again, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you guys. Like and sub if you have not already. And as always, hodl, hodl, hodl. Peace.